All right, this is Cliff Empire. It's an indie city building game that was recommended to me by my friend Dan31. I think when he recommended it, he hadn't played it yet either, so we're kind of going in a little bit blind. I've played a little bit at the beginning of the tutorial, so we're just going to jump into that partially complete game. So we've got a simple set of tutorial messages appearing on the left side. The setting of this game is, it's kind of like The 100. I don't know if you watch that show on CW. It's about the world's been rendered uninhabitable for generations, and people are resettling it from a space station. So that's what you're doing. And so you've built these tall, like cliff towers, where you can build your city safely away from whatever horrors are going on in the rest of the world. And so it's mostly just sort of walking me right now through the steps of just building a productive city. So one thing, so over here I've got my landing platform. This is where settlers will come. So you see the bottom left here. I currently have 60 people and a room for 62 in my housing that I've built so far. And there are 15 people that are ready to drop in from above. And so that 15, like, they always come in increments of 15. People will enter your colony in increments of 15 and abandon your colony in increments of 15. So that's just how big the ships are. And so right now, everything's kind of balanced out pretty nicely. We are in the process, I think we're in the process of building, we're in the process of building a 3D printing facility. We need matter. We don't have enough matter. Where can I see how much matter I have? Is it here? This is matter right here. So I don't have any in warehouses, so I'm producing it at a rate of 12 per unit of time. Where was I producing it? Was it here? Yes, matter mine. Okay, so it's going to, every time this counts up to 100%, I'm gonna get 1 matter, which will then feed into this construction. That doesn't seem like it's going fast enough. I think I might want to build another matter mine. Is that a thing I can do? Let's see here. I forgot where matter mines exist. Right there. So, oh, I've got a recycling plant. What does that do? It creates matter by just consuming power. And it -1, it causes -1 to my ecology? I'm not sure what that does. But this one does more. Gotcha. All right, well, let's see. Do I have enough power? Looks like, yeah, my power supply, as the sun is going down, my solar is going away, but my wind power is enough to keep things going, just barely. So if I want to start producing matter more quickly, I should add to my capacity here. Let's add another matter mine, just because I don't even know what impact ecology has yet, so I kind of don't care that much. Add another matter mine. Is it under construction? It also needs matter. Well, that's just not helpful at all now, is it? So, okay, so I'll need to spend time building the matter mine before I even have time. Okay, well, whatever. So I'll probably end up finishing this 3D printing facility first. Unless, I can up the priority of this. Okay, so now they're going to be feeding matter, I believe, they're going to be feeding matter directly into my matter mine, and then I'll have 2, and then they can both contribute to building my 3D printer. So, cool. But my energy required is now 33, which means I have to have my solar panels engaged in order to power my entire place. Now, I could do something about that. If I wanted to build another power station, I could build a wind turbine right there. And once it's built, which costs matter, it'll help out. So the way you open your build queue is by clicking on any empty space, but that means I'm constantly clicking in places that are inappropriate and making stuff happen. So once these get up and running, I'm probably going to need more workers than I have. Right now, in fact, I already have 63 workplaces and only 60 people, so I need to up my population. So to do that, I need to make enough housing to allow another 15 people in, which means I need another 13 people. So Again, everything I do is going to cost matter. So, okay, it looks like this is exactly 13 people, which is just lovely. So let's stick that house right here. And again, this takes matter. So I think I made the right move prioritizing this matter mine. Though, man, how slowly is this going right now? So each time it fills this up, it adds one here, and I assume one of these little hovercrafts. There we go. Yeah, it looks like one just got picked up and delivered here. So slowly, we're going to get to the point where this matter mine is finished, and then we'll have more matter coming in, and we'll be able to finish building the 3D printer, finish building this house. Once I've built this house, I'll have gotten up and over the 15 required to let these people in. More people will flood in. They'll live here. We'll have enough people to manage all of the workplaces, and everything should be fine. Oh, hey there, Montprince. Montprince has joined us and is complaining that he's afraid of heights. Oh, wait, no, he's saying he's not afraid of heights. He's bragging that he's not afraid of heights, which is a good thing because, yeah, this could probably make an acrophobe's body tingle. Oh, hey there, Bilbo. It says Buena Mesa. That means nice table. So I think I can control the speed at which this game progresses, right? Okay, cool. So I can have it go at 6 times speed, which means this thing is ticking up significantly faster. And people are happy. How much do they eat? I've forgotten how to find that out. This is almost ready. Extracting as fast as it can. So one thing that I think is interesting about
large construction completed.
The housing system here it's very nailed down. It's like you get your people in very consistent, predictable increments. They're always locked down. You know exactly how many people you've got. They don't move around that much. So it risks being a little bit too simple, just like give me more people, here they are. And so what they tried to do was people arrive in increments of 15, but none of the houses...
Small construction completed.
There we go. None of the houses...
Large construction completed.
Specifically... Oh, they finished this one too? Or... Oh, interesting. But none of the houses hold exactly 15 people. So you can't just build a house for 15 and then bring in 15 people. You have to build a house for 13, and then another house for 3, and then another house for 14. You can never quite get exactly 15, except once this house gets built, which will happen fairly soon, I think I will actually jump up to exactly 75 people, which means I'll be able to fill my houses exactly, but I won't fill my workplaces exactly. And so having just a little bit of there's always a discrepancy, is nice because it means that I think it is possible in this game to build the exact set of things that perfectly gives you the same number of houses, housing space, population, and workspaces. But it's really hard to do that, and making it really hard to do that means that you're just constantly feeling like, oh, it's not quite perfect yet. Let me keep adjusting it, which can be important for a game like this. So Bilbo says, I like this game because it has a grid, and I hate this game because some people ignore the grid. Yeah, I should point out how that works, actually. Let's say that I want another, I don't know, solar panel. Let's get another solar panel on here. So it's got this perfect grid you can line up with, that you can see. It's a really huge grid, but you can also see there's a much tinier grid that just barely appears around my solar panel. That's the real grid. And so I can put this thing anywhere I want to on the real grid, and nothing is stopping me. But everything lines up with these, everything comes in these 4x4 sizes at the minimum, as far as I've seen so far. Nothing is smaller than this 4x4 solar panel that I've got. And so you get the sense that maybe that's how big the grid should be. But no, they make a much smaller grid. So if you want to put things just slightly off grid, you can, which is, yeah, driving Bilbo completely insane. So let's priority 1 this guy, so he gets built. Because I am way ahead of my ability to service these workplaces. Oh, interesting. So Bilbo points out you don't want housing space just for immigrants because you wouldn't have space for youngins. I didn't know, do these characters breed? I wasn't really sure if we were operating on a time scale where they would be creating new humans right here locally. I assumed that everybody I got had to come from space. How close is this guy getting? Let's up the speed again. Come on, just one more. Just one more. There we go.
Construction completed.
Okay, so now
New citizens arrived.
we've got enough people. They just dropped in some new citizens. And so now people in space are building up again towards that 15. And once there are 15 ready to settle, and I've got room for 15 more people in my houses, then everything will line up.
Small construction completed.
Okay, so I can decide what we want them to build. So they can produce engines, they can produce furniture. This is furniture. Specifically washing machines and gadgets. Okay, so let's say we want them to build 2 engines. Oh, so I can't queue up more than 1? Interesting. Printing only 1 item type in large quantities. We're going to be experts in the chosen field and path to expand to a specialized shop. Okay. So they've got 7 workers. They're doing this, and so they're going to build 2 engines. And if I just keep them on engines all the time, they can specialize. Oh, it looks like there isn't a specialty engine building, or do they only have room to list 3 here? I don't know. Oh, I like the lighting on this launch. It's really cool, just shining on the sides of all the buildings here. All right, so I just need to kind of wait for this to produce engines, which will take some time, so let's speed this up. And oh, and that's just telling me. Okay, so this I just clicked this when I want to move to the last event, which was I think the spaceship taking off. Okay, so they're slowly building engines, and we've got 2 now.
Medium construction completed.
And I guess they took the engines away to the storage. Okay, so I don't need any more engines, but I do need furniture. Interesting. Okay, so that's how that works. And now we're slowing down because it's nighttime? Oh yeah, so they've got less manpower during the night shift. Stolen?
Objective
What?
completed.
Somebody stole something. I don't know how that works. So I think this is my water. This is my, what is this? My food, I think. And so I've got this platform, but I can also build on these other platforms. And I think I can treat these as like independent, separate cities. I'm not sure exactly how this works. Oh, looks like we finished that thing. So now a trading portal. I can earn cryptocurrency through the trading portal. Okay, let's slow down and build a trading portal. Where is trading? Probably here, right? Nope. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, it's an industry. So a trading portal shows up on the industry list. So there we are. Choose location. Guess we'll stick that right there. And slowly build it from 20 matter. So this tutorial, it's walking me through the steps, showing me where everything is, and then kind of letting me discover as I go, like what each thing does. The thing it's not doing, though, which I kind of wish it did, is explaining to me why I want these things, like giving me goals that I'm striving for, that where these actions are stair steps along the way. Like, they're giving me the stair steps, but I don't know what my destination is exactly. Yeah, enjoy your breakfast, Mo Plants. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so wait. It looks like... When did I get 90 housing? Hold on a second. I thought I was jumping up to 75. When did I get 90? Or 93? Did I have another building in progress that I had forgotten about? Well, that would explain it.
Construction completed.
Huge construction. Okay, so I've got a trading portal here. I don't know how to use it. Does this tell me? To trade the orbital stations, I start to build a trading portal. Select it to set trade conditions. Okay, so this is not... Okay, so trade conditions. So, like, I've got that. So, sell. Okay, sell if I have more than, let's say, 50. And fish, grain, grape. Okay, since I am just generating batteries all the time. But how does this... Okay, it says 0 total quantity of goods in the city, including not delivered to warehouses. Okay, so there's 87 in the city, but 0 here at the trade portal? Is that what this is? I'm really, really not sure. This says I've got 50 water. This says 80. This says I have 50 grain. This says 87. So does that include... Ah, okay. So that includes the grain that's sitting here on the field that has not yet been delivered to a warehouse. Now, why would it not have been delivered? Oh, because the warehouse is full. One thing the warehouse doesn't seem to contain is batteries. So can I extend the warehouse? It looks like I can. I just spent all my money extending the warehouse. Well, that was dumb. Okay, so these are my battery stations. They are producing batteries, which I think are consumed. Oh man, yeah, my energy requirements are so high right now. I think they get consumed if I run out of power. But I should build some more solar panels, or sorry, some more wind turbines. Because those seem to be more reliable generally. Okay, so I have been... Okay, looks like I've been selling these guys. I've been selling the batteries. And I've earned 20 cents. I think that cents symbol actually is supposed to mean cryptocurrency, which is apparently what we operate on in this world. Hey there, Avuki. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Avuki, did you hear? Apparently, I just heard that Ori is coming to the Switch, which sounds pretty exciting. So, yeah, I was happy to hear that. Okay, looks like I just made some money. Let's get a reward. Now what? Build a pharmaceutical unit and a salad farm. Okay, so I want to feed them lettuce and build a pharmaceutical unit. So this cost me 140, which I can afford. Oh, hey, I can rotate it? What? Bilbo, would this just drive you even crazier if I rotated a building? Oh, that sounds like the worst. Oh, wow, let's do it. Let's put a rotated building right there. And then a salad farm. Is it here? Salad farm. There it is. Yeah, Ivuki's pretty excited about Ori going to the Switch. So there's so many games that I've bought for multiple platforms, especially because I already had played them on PC or console, and then they came out for the Switch, and I just bought them again so I could play it on my Switch. So Ori's probably going to join that list for me. So this game, this is Cliff Empire. Ivuki asked what this game was. This is Cliff Empire, which is it's a city building game set in a far apocalyptic future where the only habitable places on Earth are these weird towers, and I'm bringing people down from space to try to resettle the surface of the Earth. And it's mostly about like just balancing a spreadsheet, basically. You build stuff that provides stuff, and then other things consume the same stuff. And this is less of a freeform simulation than, say, City Skylines, where it's about the sort of like the people are these entities that have needs and wants that are just sort of like you're creating fertile ground for them to do what they want. This is much more locked down, where you are deciding where the people go and what the people do, and you're just trying to balance all these numbers and keep everything profitable. So this is not getting resources. This is also not getting resources. Salad. Where am I going to get salad to build this building? How are we doing when it comes to... Okay, we've got a bunch of matter in storage. Why are they not building... Oh, because I told them to build a bunch of power stations. That's why. Looks like we're using 24 battery right now. So I do want to get these power stations finished. There, yeah, that's where they're bringing the matter, is to the power stations. I wonder if I can get more of these little transport dudes, because I think I only have 3 at a time, and so they're just constantly, like, they're doing every single job. So if I want them to finish this job quicker, I have to up the priority, I think, of all these buildings. And then I think they'll focus almost exclusively on dropping
Small
things off there.
construction
Yes.
completed.
See, now this is going a lot
Small
faster.
construction completed.
Whoa.
Small construction completed. Small construction completed. Trading platform arrived.
It's kind of fun watching these guys buzz around the hive here. Bilbo says I should play Excel on stream sometime. Honestly, like, I could imagine there being a pretty fun stream where Brian Giammi just plays with Excel and makes Excel do weird things. He's much more of the expert around here than I am, so... Ivuki's suggesting getting me to try a Minecraft mod pack called Sky Factory. I have played... So I'm interested in... I think it's called Satisfactory by Coffee Stain. I think it's an early access game where you build a factory thing. I think that might be an interesting thing. My kids are very, very into Minecraft, and Minecraft has already gotten so complicated. There's so many things in that game now. I just can't keep track of it anymore. So I almost like am more attracted to the idea of trying to grab a game that is earlier in development, just when there's there's fewer things to do, and so there's less for me to be intimidated by. So Ivuki's played Satisfactory and says that it's pretty good, so that's cool. I've never played Factorio. I hear that's supposed to be pretty fun if you've got a certain mindset. We've got a lot of people, and I'm not exactly sure how we're doing on food, and I don't know where to check. What's this? Is it here? Statistics for 10 days. So, oh yeah, okay, here we go. So my production rate of grain is 12. My consumption is -7. So I'm still doing good with food, except somebody keeps stealing my food, which is not cool. I don't know what's happening there. So are we building this pharmaceutical unit or what? Come on. Everybody move all the matter.
Small construction completed.
So we got a pharmaceutical spot here. Oh, wait.
Medium construction completed.
Okay.
Objective completed.
So part of
Trading
my...
platform arrived.
My people are sick. What is this? Death from disease appears at a low level of health. Part of the... Okay, so when this gets low, part of the population gets sick? And that just is it just a flat efficiency reduction, maybe? So somebody died from a disease. Is this education? I'm not sure. Okay, well, it says we should build an airport and more cargo drones. Well, that makes sense. I think that's exactly what I was looking for from these guys. So, airport. Is that industry? Yes. 1,100. I can't afford it yet, cash-wise. So let's find some other resources that I have a surplus of. I've got a surplus of water. And I can get to a surplus of matter. What's this? Oh, this is my batteries, that's right. I guess I could just make engines all day, I don't know. So let's try to sell water at least. So let's sell this when we get above 50. And I guess I don't know if I should. Let's sell engines when I get above 10. And then I can decide to, oh, I'm just making tons of furniture. Why am I doing that? Let's start making a bunch of engines and selling them. So hopefully I'll be able to get enough money. I do have some money coming in. Looks like I could take out loans, apparently. From who? We're like the only people left living on a space station. Who's sending us loans? Ivuki says someone died from a disease. So when does this game turn into Frostpunk? And everyone complains about how cold it is and how and they're losing limbs to the cold. Yeah, so this does remind me, like visually, this does remind me a little bit of Frostpunk because of the big snowy environment. Man, Frostpunk is so hard though. Like I had to die horribly in the game multiple times before I got through even one campaign. It was really, really hard, but I loved that game with, you know, the way that it made you think and the sacrifices it made you make. It was just, it really was a city builder that was about bare survival and not really about thriving at all, which is, it's interesting. But you still feel really good if you accomplish anything in that game. Bilbo says that Satisfactory looks like it's up his alley, but something about materializing machinery out of nothing rubs him the wrong way. Like that should be creative mode, but you should have to like earn your resources when you're playing the proper version of a game. I can see why. I can see why you'd want that. I can see why that makes sense. Bilbo says that the solution when Ivuki's talking about what it would be like if this game was like Frostpunk, Bilbo says the solution is probably child labor either way. And then Jim Artis says, oh, I have a modest proposal. And I'll leave that unelaborated upon. Holy crap. These are the biggest lettuce leaves I have ever seen. Or this looks a little bit more like, it's not spinach. What is this? Is this kale? I don't know is this Swiss chard? I don't know what this is. This is salad is what it's called. This is just, it's a salad making plant. Okay, so this consumes water now. So actually, I might end up with less of a water surplus than I had before. I still don't have the money for an airport. So let's speed up progress and see how fast I can make money.
Trading platform arrived.
Oh, so what does that mean? What did I get? Oh, so the trading platform arrives in the morning. I fill it up with anything I want to sell. And then we sell it. And I get the cash. Okay, well that works. Well, let's grab the airport now. I think we can afford it. Just barely. And let's put it right next to the portal for maximum danger. People keep stealing crap.
Huge construction completed.
All right, and let's build it's a personal drone, cargo drone. Okay, so the number goes up here. Interesting.
Trading platform arrived.
Okay, so this place is constantly generating engines, which I'm now selling. And now I've got 4 cargo drones, and on my way to a 5th, I imagine, right? Oh, first they got to fill it up with all the necessaries. Okay, then I'll have 5, and things are going to go much faster, at least when it comes to building and transporting things. So Bilbo has identified this as future food. This is, he called it elephant ear spinach, which I think makes sense. It looks kind of poisonous to me, actually.
Trading platform arrived.
Cool, so
Objective
let's,
completed.
what is this? Oh, wait. Can I build this here? Oh my gosh. This is how I efficiently use my space.
Tiny construction completed. Tiny construction completed.
It's tiny construction.
Tiny construction completed.
I'm just gonna make
construction completed.
I'm gonna make power out of every square inch of this place.
Tiny construction completed.
Right there. Let's build a more normal wind
Tiny
turbine.
construction completed. Trading platform arrived.
Okay, so now we've got let's pause this, hold on, or slow it down.
Small
We've got way more
construction
work
completed.
spaces than we can fill with people. So we need another 15. So we can afford 90. Okay, we've got 89 people. And so we want to get up to 103. So we need housing for 10 more. So let's see. 10, 10. 13 is close. 4, 10! Right there. Let's do it. Not necessarily the most efficient use of space, but I do kind of like the variety, getting to see all the different forms of housing here. I'm not sure if there's really a difference in building different kinds of houses, but we'll find out. Bilbo just gave me 3 cheers for efficiency. All right, so now that that's there, let's accelerate its
Small
development.
construction completed.
So now I've got room for these 15, right? Are they going to arrive? Oh, wait, no. I'm 1 shy. Oh, I did the math wrong. I'm 1 shy. What is wrong with me and my stupid math? Okay, well, you know what? All my attempts to be perfectly efficient are just lame. Let's not do it. Oh, wait. I need grapes and salad to build that building. Well, no. Residential complex, 52 tenants. Let's go a little smaller than that. Yeah, let's just do a little cottage. Boink. This priority 1. Let's build it.
Small construction
Now
completed.
they arrive.
New
If you build
citizen
it, they will
arrived.
come. Yeah, so Bilbo gave me 3 cheers for efficiency, but then Jim Artis is like, -2 cheers for inefficiency. Yeah, I think I just
Trading platform
managed
arrived.
to minimize my efficiency by almost getting there, but not quite. Okay, so disable airport. Then re-enable it. Then disable it. Then re-enable it.
Objective
Okay.
completed.
Cool. What was that for? Improve aesthetics. Okay. Increase prestige. What's prestige? I don't know. Well, we need to increase our aesthetics. Let's find out how to do that. It's right here, right? Small garden. I'm surprised it doesn't require salad. With a larger garden. Oh, but this does not consume power, and this does consume power. This provides workplaces and a lot of aesthetics. Let's just build this one. Right here. And actually, are there any... Oh, little halvesies. Oh, if I want to be really crazy and really mess with Bilbo. Because I don't think... Do any of the residential buildings? Oh, yeah. Wait, bus station? Subway? I don't even know what's going on here. So this will probably put us over the top, just all by itself, aesthetics-wise. Let's check these resources, make sure we're not losing stuff. It looks like we're doing okay. Looks like we're making more salad than we're eating, too. Maybe we can start selling salad. Sell salad if we're greater than 10.
Large construction completed.
All right, we succeeded at
Objective
that.
completed.
Build a town hall. Okay, sure. Oh, it reduces the number of thefts and affects the prestige of the city. Though I'm not sure what prestige is for. But yeah, let's build a town hall. Is it here? There we are. I am eating up my precious space very quickly. I always feel nervous, unless I feel like I have infinite space, I always feel nervous placing things like a town hall that seems like, yeah, I guess technically you need it, but, you know, I don't see an immediate, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like, I want to be in charge of a dystopia. Like, I want there to always be some, like, meaningful production benefit to everything that I build. Avuki, I did try out 2 Point Hospital. It wasn't really my thing. I kind of have a pretty sensitive palate for building and simulation games. It's like if they're not hitting me right in the right spot, I tend to have very little patience for them. And so I wasn't able to stick with 2 Point Hospital the way that I was able to get through Frostpunk. It's just, they're kind of in weird different parts of the spectrum. City Skylines was one that I really liked, though it wore on me eventually because... I don't know, it's interesting, like the more you get accustomed to a simulation and the more you sort of start to see the cracks and the things that the simulation does that aren't exactly like reality or that don't feel intuitive, it's like, oh, so what I really need to do to make this city work the best is restrict people's movement in this way, or cluster these things over here and these things over there in a way you wouldn't do in a real city. And I do a thing that would work in a real city, it doesn't work in the game. When I start to see those cracks and start feeling like I'm exploiting a set of made-up rules rather than getting better at managing something that feels like it's connected to reality, I start to lose interest. I start to not, sort of be able to invest the same way. And it's not that it has to be perfectly matched to reality, but it's like if it feels like the thing that I'm doing to succeed at the game is a fake game-only thing and doesn't connect to the core fantasy of the experience, I start to have trouble. And so I started having trouble getting into 2 Point Hospital probably on that basis. Does not mean I think it's a bad game or anything. It's just not it doesn't hit me in the place where I'm trying to get something out of these kinds of games. Bilbo says he can't wait for Transport Fever 2 to come out later this year. I have not played Transport Fever, so I'm now that makes me want to look it up. But yeah, I don't know quite what that is. Hey, Cloudcraft is here. Cloudcraft, I have been meaning to get with you. I tried out Cult Simulator and was completely lost, or Cultist Simulator was completely lost, and so you and I need to get together so you can show me how to enjoy that game. So let's chat on Twitter or something and figure out a time because I want to understand that game better than I currently do. So yeah, at some point in the future we will do a stream based on Cultist Simulator, which is weird. It is a weird game. It's a game where you've got cards and you've got places to stick cards, like invest cards. And when you stick a card there, a thing will happen and more cards will pop out. And it's telling the story of a crazy person kind of coming to a realization of some occult thing that they're trying to figure out and results in them starting a cult. But usually, what results in really for me is just starving to death because I can't figure out how to play my cards right. So, yeah, it's really. But there's a lot of like, you don't know what this game board is going to look like until you've experimented with some things, and so you can't plan ahead. You can only trial and error. So having Cloudcraft around to help me out would probably make a big difference. Jim Artis says he wants to watch me play PUBG. No, you don't. You would just watch me die a million times. The only battle royale game that I've ever been any good at was early Apex Legends. I was doing okay, but now the other players have moved on past my potential skill level, and so like all I do is just drop in and die now. And also, I think partly it's that I drop in and die because they're better now. I also think that my expectations are higher. I won often enough in the early times that I started thinking of winning as being like, well, that's what I'm here to do. And so dying early, which was tolerable when I was still completely confused, now dying early feels worse to me. So I think that even if, I think my relative skill did drop compared to other players, but it felt like it dropped more than it did and got more frustrating because of, just psychological effects. I mean, I think, isn't PUBG on like Game Pass or something? I probably could play it. What am I doing now? Settle 35 people on your second cliff. Okay. So do these things operate completely independently? Do I need to start over from scratch? Or can people be traded between multiple cliffs? Okay, so when I'm over here, this is showing me having nothing. If I scooch over here, it comes back to life. So yeah, these are separate, independent towns. So now I've just got to remember, what did I build in what order before? Oh, one thing that's interesting is, aside from the travel time of these cargo drones, I'm not actually certain that there's any particular benefit to like adjacency, like putting one thing next to another thing. I don't know if that actually has any noticeable effect. Okay, so if I remember, I think storage was the first thing I built. So I'm going to start by placing this storage kind of a central location, I guess. Maybe right there.
Large construction completed.
So yeah, it's just like I'm starting at the beginning of the game, except I've just got 3 of them in parallel. It's such an interesting decision. Like, I wonder, like, is there going to be, like, trade and specialization between these cities? Because I don't know if I've played a city builder where they encouraged you to just build multiple parallel cities on the same screen like this. Like, different versions of SimCity let you zoom out and zoom back into, like, different cities at different times. But just having them all sitting out here, I guess, I mean, it's such a simple city simulator that maybe they're like, well, we can put 3 on at once, so why not do it? All right, so let's build a wind farm. Let's build a wind farm over here. Let's build a couple of wind farms. Let's definitely fill in this space. I assume that I've got enough matter on this city. Oh yeah, I got more than I can even store. And then once I've got power, I think that's when I'm going to want to build... Wait, was it water that I wanted next? So water filter.
Tiny construction completed.
I think a water filter has to be next to a pond, which is why I chose this one. I was thinking I want to build something in a different way.
Tiny construction completed.
Like, I didn't want to just build another
Large
town that's
construction
identical to my first
completed.
one. And so the other one has got, like, water extractors that pulls water from the air. But this one will filter water from the lake, which is probably more effective. I can't really promise that.
Trading platform arrived. Large construction completed.
It's interesting that even, like, my money is split between the different towns. Okay, so I'm going to want... Ooh. So this is more expensive, but... in theory, I like this. So I'm just building the alternate versions of everything over here. So we got 14 workplaces. I guess we should probably build a place for people to live. I'm trying to remember though, was there something else, some other ingredient that I needed? 13, no, 26. Let's just, should we just start with a complex? All right, we'll let this kind of... Oh, so one thing you can do is, like, if you just want to build up something over time, you can just sort of leave this to do its own thing while I come back here and check on this guy. So this says, settle 35 people on your second cliff, and it's like 0 of 30. I'm like, what? How does that make any sense? So Cloudcraft says, it used to be I struggled to find management games I liked. Now the problem is figuring out which of the dozens to spend my money on. Yes, yeah. So I don't have trouble finding management games. I have trouble finding management games that I like. That's the hard part. Like, or that are appropriate for me. Like, I could technically like them, but or like them in theory, but not be able to really get into them. Okay, so town square.
Medium construction completed.
What does town square look like? There it is. I have one in the other on the other map, and so I feel like I probably need one here, though I don't know what it does.
Medium construction.
Oh, look at
completed.
this. I love this thing. This is great. I wish we had more things like this in this game. Everything should just hang off the edge. This should be a society of monkeys who hang everything off the edges of things.
Large construction completed.
So I think this place needs food. All right, so let's... start making the food, and yeah, let's do an orchard, just cause we like apples here. Yeah, Clocker points out that when you're looking at management games, one of the struggles is sometimes it takes hours of play to figure out which ones you're gonna like. And by then you're committed. You can't even get a Steam refund if you decide you don't like a game after 4 hours of play. Bilbo says a port will get me started fishing for food. I did not see a port. Is in the food. Oh, here we go. Underwater indoor crop field. Okay, that's probably expensive for me right now, but holy crap, that sounds cool. Let me just look at how that... So I can just place this under the water. I probably want to do it in daylight where I can actually see properly. But then port is how I can get... Oh, what is this? How do I... Alright, let's put it right there. Do I even have... I don't even have enough matter to build all this stuff. So let's disable construction on all these until we can get some more matter. I don't want to waste matter when I don't even have a production method yet. So let's build matter mines. And priority these guys up.
Trading platform arrived.
Oh, do I not? I hope I have enough. And this is still being constructed. Oh my gosh, this is what's taking. Well, see, will my matter mines even work before I've settled people here? Probably not. Have I just screwed myself over here because I don't have enough matter? Or is there some way for me to bring matter from the other place? Because it looks like I'm out. So maybe I've just... Okay, this one has 7 and the other one has 4. What happens if I demolish the building? Will I get... Did I get the stuff back? It looks like I didn't get the stuff back. Okay, well, I think I might be in trouble over here. Is there something else that I can do if I've run out of matter? If canceling construction doesn't give the matter back, is there anything I can do? Or is that part of the game to, like, realize you can't do that? I poured so much into, not realizing how much I was sucking into this building. I poured so much into it. Yeah. I think we're done over here. I think I failed. Unless somebody who's played this knows something I can do. But so what I should have done was not built the biggest possible tower in the world. I should have built a smaller house and made sure that I had a matter creation economy before I got too far. But yeah, I feel like I want this to be recoverable, right? I want to be able to destroy things that I've built in order to get their construction materials back and then put them into the things that I have halfway done. So let's try demolishing this building that I don't think is absolutely necessary. Okay, this gave me debris. So what does debris do? What can I do with debris? Can I process it somehow into matter? And can I do it without having to build something first? Yeah, so Bilbo asked if I can ship matter from Clifftown 1. I'm like, I don't know. They've got lots, right? But I don't, and this is trading with the place back home. Maybe, is there something I can what can the airport do anything? Tourism raises prestige. Is there some building that I can build? What does the market do? Free trade zone for the population. I don't think that's what I want, though. It's cheap enough. I feel like I might as well build it here and just see what happens. Yeah, I think I might have learned the fail conditions
Large
of this
construction
game.
completed.
Though, yeah. I mean, they're correct that debris is not the same thing as construction materials. But, man, I want some way to do something about it. Oh, well, I've got a meeting in 5 minutes anyway, so I guess I'm done here. Let's save the game and head back to the main menu. So that is Cliff Empire. It's interesting because it looks like there is. At first, I was worried that it might be a little bit like just sort of a. There's some city builders that are kind of like just step-by-step instructions: build this, then build this, then build this, then build this, and there's no challenge, and all the numbers just sort of complement each other. And look, you've got a city, isn't it pretty? And at first, I was worried this might be kind of like that, but clearly there is a fail condition. You do have to plan ahead and know what you're doing in order to make a successful city. I wish it had been more possible to recover from my fail condition, and maybe there is one, and I just didn't know what it was yet. But it's definitely an interesting game, and it's sort of it's a nice little idle game because you can pause at any time. Everything seems to move very slowly, and so it seems like it complements really well. Like if you're the kind of person who wants to just have a game to play with one part of your brain while you're say listening to a podcast or watching a video with another. So it feels like it fits into that niche in my life. So. Anyway, thanks to all these folks who came in and were sort of giving me feedback while I was playing. Cloudcraft and Bilbo and Jim Artis and Ivuki, and I'm sure I've forgotten someone. Montprince was here for a little while. And I guess I'll get out of here because I got this meeting coming up. So we'll do the end of YouTube video thing and see you tomorrow on the State of Decay 2 stream.